Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Fondjoy Justice League Batfleck. This is Ben Affleck's Batman from the Justice League film. Fondjoy makes 1/9 scale figures, but honestly, they're more like 1/10 scale figures. They fit in pretty good with McFarlane, just a tad bigger. I only collect a 6 and 7 inch scale, and I consider this probably about the biggest thing I collect. I ordered this from bamboozbee.net, and it was in customs forever. Finally, here we go. Let's check out the packaging. As you can see at the top, DC Justice League action figure, 1/9 scale, officially licensed DC product. Batman, 1/9 scale action figure by Fondjoy. Here's the front, Batfleck. The side, Batman. Other side, same thing. At the back, here's the Batman figure. Here he is with a bunch of accessories, different display options. There's the barcode, if that helps anybody. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out. We have a display stand, 4 alternate hands, totaling 6 interchangeable hands, 2 heads, 1 masked, 1 unmasked, 2 batarangs, and a grapnel launcher. Before we tailor all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is the Fondjoy Batfleck, Ben Affleck Batman from Justice League in his regular suit. The regular suit is significantly different from Batman vs Superman. It's a lot darker. The ab area looks different. So let's take a look. I do like these Fondjoy figures. They're very, very good quality. They're big, they're sturdy, and it's great for Batfleck, which is a big, bulky character. So starting with the face, it looks pretty good. The mouth is on point. The chin, I don't really see that dimple. Could use a little bit more paint, a little more shading. The paint job is excellent. I don't know, I feel like he needs some scruff. A little bit more on the little dimple there. There is some scruff, etc. The cowl looks amazing. It looks spot on. The semi-short ears, the personality, and the top there looks great. Let's go further down. He's got a soft goods cape. It has a bendy wire on either side. He can stretch out that far, which is really, really cool. And it hangs down pretty nicely. Large Dark Knight Returns type bat symbol. The textured suit, almost like Kevlar. You see the abs there. That's unique to the Justice League suit. Double jointed elbows. All the paint is there on the gauntlet, the fins, the knuckles. Double jointed knees. Love the utility belt. Love the texture on the suit. It's a good looking figure. I really like the Batman vs Superman one. Not sure if I like this one better or not. I'll try to determine that throughout the video. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. The scruff is there, it's just pretty light. And really the dimple's there too. I can see it on his chin. It's just maybe a little bit further up than I'm used to. But honestly, the paint job, the sculpt, it's all there. Some of the details are just a little more subtle than I'd like. But it looks great. Look at that profile view. Fantastic. Batfleck indeed. And then here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories. And let's start off with the boring stuff, the display stand. Now let's look at his display stand. It comes in 2 separate pieces. When put together, it's going to look like this. At the bottom, we have an oval base, Batman with the Justice League logo. Then there's a post coming out at the bottom. It can rotate. It's hinge at the bottom, hinge in the middle, hinge at the top. Additional rotation at the top, and then has a clamp to hold your figure. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 6 of them, 3 right hands and 3 left hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. Then, with the second pair of hands, this is a pair of gripping hands. And here's his third pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands with a very small grip, almost like pinching hands for his batarangs. Now let's look at his heads. He has 2 of them, one with the mask on, one with the mask off. Here he is with the first head. This one has the cowl on. And here's the unmasked head. It looks great. The likeness to Ben Affleck is spot on. Fantastic looking head sculpt and paint job. Now let's look at his batarangs. He has 2 of them. They're done in that traditional DC Cinematic Universe Batfleck design. The batarang looks similar to Batfleck's bat symbol. They're made of hard plastic and they have those sculpted lines through them. Here's Batfleck holding and getting ready to throw that batarang. Now let's look at his grapple launcher. He used this in Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad, Justice League, and even the Flash movie. You can see it's got the wooden handle, a little trigger there to pull. This is where the line is going to be wrapped up, and I'll shoot out of the front. The sculpt, paint job, are both very good. Here's a look at Batfleck holding his grapnel launcher. Now I want to talk about his cape. It's made of a soft goods material, not exactly cloth, it's almost like a leathery. It can stretch out this far, very, very impressive. It can do some really cool gliding poses, and it has a bendy wire on either side. It drapes down pretty nicely, although you might have to guide it. And if you want to look like it's sort of flowing in the wind, take your bendy wire, I don't know, do something kind of like that. On the other side, do something similar, going through the back, and bam, you've got his cape sort of flowing in the wind. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. And that's my biggest thing about Fondjoy. They're labeled as 8-inch scale, but they're not 8 inches tall. And that's why I get them. I don't collect 8-inch scale figures, I collect 6 and 7-inch scale, and these guys are just a tiny bit above 7-inch scale. And I love it. Batfleck should be a big, bulky, bruiser type character. So from bottom to the top of his head, he's standing at about 7.4 inches tall, which could translate to just under 19 centimeters. And if you go to the top of the ears, about 7.6 inches tall. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, going to rotate side to side. He can look up about that far, down about that much, not too much. Can tilt his head a little bit from side to side. Shoulders on a ball joint goes up about 90 degrees, up, down, around. He does have, looks like he has a little bit of a butterfly ring in there. You can see it sort of going in and out, giving him a little bit of range of motion and covering up whatever gap would be there. He's got a bicep cut, double jointed elbows, but they only go in about this far. His wrist, it can rotate, and it is hinged as well. Torso, he has a ball joint. Rotate around, forward and back, very nice range of motion there. Another one is waist, rotate around, forward and back, a lot less there. Between the two, pretty good range of motion, a lot more of the torso than the waist. Legs, complete does the splits, ball joints inside of there. He has these drop down hips that look hideous when they're all the way down, but it just helps with the range of motion. Push them back up, fix it. They go forward, about that far, all the way. Back not much. Double jointed knees, they go all the way back. And his ankle, forward and back. It doesn't go back much, but it goes forward. Rotate. Tilt, rock, at least a little bit. And of course, to articulation. Here's a look at this Fondjoy Batman on a rooftop of Gotham City. And then here he is in the Batcave in front of the Batmobile, Batfleck. And in case you guys are wondering, this is the multiverse Batmobile, not the ultimate radio controlled version. I think this one looks a lot better. I took his cloth cape off and put him in here. And it may be a little snug, but you know what? He fits. And he completely fits. Now let's check him out next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Fondjoy figures. Here's the Fondjoy Batfleck from Justice League, next to the Fondjoy Batfleck from Batman vs Superman. Both excellent figures. Then, next to the Fondjoy, Robert Pattinson Batman from The Batman. Not quite as good as Batfleck, but still a pretty nice figure. So here's my entire Fondjoy collection. All Batman figures, all fairly recent releases. I never got Fondjoy until the first Batfleck from Batman vs Superman. What else is out there that you guys think I really need? I heard Mara's pretty good. There's an old Christian Bale Fondjoy Batman that I hear is pretty bad. I heard the Harley Quinn's not that good. I don't know. Drop it in the comments below. Let me know what's out there that you think would be good to add to my collection. Very curious. Now the next Fondjoy figure that's coming out, I believe, is going to be the Armored Batfleck from Batman vs Superman. That should be really cool. Now let's check them out with some other Batfleck figures, specifically in their regular suit from Justice League. Here's the Fondjoy version next to the Mezco version. And here he is next to the Mafex version. Both the 1.0 and the 2.0 on the right. Both fantastic figures. Then, next to the SH Figure Arts version, it's probably my favorite SH Figure Arts Batman, although he's just too damn small. And now, next to Mattel's Multiverse and basic 6-inch versions, here are all the different 6 and 7-inch versions of Ben Affleck in his Justice League suit. We have Fondjoy, Mezco, Mafex, Mattel, and SH Figure Arts. Pretty nice collection. I'm sure McFarlane will make one in the near future. Now, McFarlane hasn't made their Justice League Batfleck, but they did make Batfleck from Batman vs Superman. It's a decent figure, especially for the price point. Here they are next to each other. And you can see Fondjoy is a little bit bigger overall. It's a little bit taller and just a little bit thicker. The proportions are a little bigger and maybe even a little better. But I would say Fondjoy is not 8-inch scale. They look to be pretty close to McFarlane, a little bit taller, but not as big as Beast Kingdom, and that's why I get them, because they're pretty much in line with the size of figures I like to collect. Now let's check them out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix them with. Since it's a Fondjoy figure, they're labeled as 8-inch scale, but honestly, they're more like the 7-inch scale, and I appreciate that. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect, and work my way smaller, and I'm going to include as many Batman figures as I can during these comparisons. Since we already checked him out next to all my Fondjoy Batman figures, here he is next to several different McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman figures, and you can see he fits in pretty well. He's a little bit bigger than Nightfall or Rebirth, but he's about the same size as the Hush Batman. So I'd say he's a great Batfleck figure to go with your 7-inch collection. And now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures and some Diamond Select toys, here's Batfleck next to a roll of toilet paper, and here he is with some DC Direct and NECA Batman figures, then with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures, and now with some Mezco and Mattel Batman figures, next with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends, and finally with some SH Figuarts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, this is a fantastic Batfleck figure. It looks great. Sculpt, paint job, accessories, cape, it is all there and it's all on point. His articulation, it's good. Maybe a tiny bit limited in the elbows. The drop down hips are a little bit annoying, but it increases the range of motion and he looks good when you fix it. Cape is great. The wire could be maybe a little stronger. Accessories are fantastic. The sculpt, the lightness are great. If I were to rate this figure, solid 8.5 out of 10. It looks fantastic. And I'm so glad that Fondjoy is not 8-inch scale, or I would just stay away from them. But the fact that they're just a hair bigger than McFarlane makes them perfect for my collection, especially Batfleck, who should be a big bruiser type character. Big, beefy, and that's exactly what this guy is. As far as I'm concerned, he fits in perfect with McFarlane stuff because he's just a big, bulky character. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.